Welcome back. In this week's video, we're taking a little turn from the Caballero build. We're going on a little trip to Buffalo Trace Distillery. On May 24th, I took the Friday off, and my aunt and uncle and I went to Buffalo Trace. My uncle and I have been there, I think this was our 5th or 6th time, and this was Aunt's 2nd time. She'd never been on a tour, but we ended up with a Taylor tour, and this was our 2nd and her 1st. I absolutely love the smell of a distillery. The rick house, the oak, it's just incredible. I need that as a cologne. We normally get there pretty early, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive from our campground. But today we had somebody that was going to go with us that decided he wasn't going to go with us, Trinker. We left late and got there, and I think we were starting the 3rd snake. Didn't have to wait too long to get through the line. It was E.H. Taylor Day, which was awesome because that's our favorite of the 4 offerings of the allocated stuff. So we ended up with 3 bottles of that. This is the walk to the gift shop. The place is amazing. It's just full of history. I'd have to look it up. I don't know how far back it goes, but it's one of the oldest distilleries in the United States. They even lasted through Prohibition. But the history there and all the buildings on the place, everything has been restored. It's beautiful. The property's just very nice. There are gardens. You're right on the Kentucky River. They don't take water from the river anymore and distill with it. I'm sure that's all municipal water. I'm pretty certain, don't quote me, but this is a view of the 2nd floor, and I'm going to show you, I'm just going to go through pictures of some of the older master distillers, Blanton, E.H. Taylor, all these guys that were back in the day that created this bourbon. It's actually pretty good bourbon. I mean, the Buffalo Trace, their offering is a 90 proof. Their mainstay is a 90 proof offering. It's decent. It's good quality for a 90 proof pour. It's pretty good, and for the price when you get it at the distillery, if you can find it outside of the distillery. I have seen it. I think I paid maybe $30 for it there at Buffalo Trace, but I've seen it double that. I've seen Blanton's, that's $65. I've seen that at $300. No way in hell am I going to pay that. That's $60 bottle, $30 juice and a $30 bottle. It is definitely pretty. Would I pay a little more to have one on my shelf if I didn't have one? I probably would, maybe a little bit more. Definitely not $300. I wouldn't pay $100 for it. I like some of their other stuff way better that they don't offer. Weller Antique 107, very good. That's a $55 bottle at MSRP if you can find it. I get it for $90 because I cannot find it anywhere, and we have searched for a couple of years, and we've never seen one. So I pay $90 for one. I did pay $90 for one. It's on my bar. Got a Blanton straight from the barrel. We got lucky, and that is I don't know what the MSRP on that is, but I think my buddy paid $100 for it. He got it at wholesale cost, along with the Stag Junior. We like the Stag Junior. We get that for a pretty good price when we get it, but you never see them. And if you do see them, they're museum prices. It's ridiculous. So here we're going to go on the E.H. Taylor tour. My buddy and I have been on this before. This one was a little bit different, which was kind of cool. We actually got to go into the new building. Some of this stuff looks like an old 50s nuclear plant. Pretty wild. It's a little bit loud, too. This is where we get into E.H. Taylor's original OFC building. I think they said he paid something like $6,000 for the thing, for the land, and then tore it all down and spent $75,000 way back in the day to build this distillery. They've actually found this while doing some digging and pulled in an archaeology, however the hell you say it, an archaeology crew, and dug all this up once they found a piece of copper, and it was a copper lining from one of the fermenters. You'll see a fermenter here that is, I can't remember what was in that. I think it is some OFC. It's like something like they said it's going to be like $4,000 a bottle. Pretty cool if they dug all that up and they found all this old history.
What is currently first from there that if you were to lean over, you could theoretically pass out. Everybody always likes to ask people if maybe they were falling in, or always make jokes go, oh, I'm falling here, so be drunk.
This is a shot of the Kentucky River, which I guess they do pull some of the water from, and it is one of the rivers that flows north into the Ohio. Then we got to go see Warehouse C, where a lot of the stuff is aged, and they don't rotate their barrels like Maker's Mark. They put them in and they let them sit. We saw some Pappy that was about 23 years old, and actually last year he said that some of the Pappy barrels they pulled had nothing in them. That'll make some people cry. I'm going to finish this off with just some random photos of the place. I would have had this video probably up last night had I not lost power about 9 o'clock and didn't get that back until about 11:45. But this is one of our experiences at Buffalo Trace. I think we've been there 6 times, and it's a good time. Get there early most often, I guess. But also remember, Sundays, they do not open until 11. All the other days, 9 o'clock. We made the mistake and got there about 8 o'clock on a Sunday one day, and they don't open until 11.